Hello, and welcome back to another installment in the Math Made Easy series or the Make Math Make Sense series. And usually, what this series covers is just simplifying some concepts that students might find challenging and just making it more simple so that they understand. And it's more this playlist is more of a conceptual playlist. And if you want practice problems or examples, just let me know in the comment section below, and I can make another playlist for that and have separate videos. But anyways, without further ado, as we usually do, we start simple with things that you should already know, and then get into more. Well, I don't want to say complicated because I think they should be easy, and hopefully I explain it easily. But we just build up from there, which is a nice way of putting it. So let's start off with the fraction 1 over 1. Now, logically, we can just say that this is equal to 1, okay? And let's have another fraction, and let's say it's 1 over 2. And we know that this is zero point 0.5. Another fraction, 1 over 3, which is 0.333 repeating. And another fraction, 1 over 4. And that's equal to 0.25. Then eventually we get to the number 1 over 100, and that's going to be equal to 0.01. So I'm just going to take a moment to stop here and just pay attention to something. These numbers are getting smaller, as we can see. And I know that might seem like really simple, and hopefully it is because I said it was simple. But it's um it's getting smaller, and eventually we'll get to an insanely small number. Like, for example, let's just put infinity below here. Okay, now infinity isn't a number, but um so this works out to be a very, very small, like, literally there's going to be so many zeros here, and eventually we're going to have like a 1. Okay, so it's not going to be 0, but it's going to get very, 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 very close to 0. But it won't be 0 because we'll have this 1 here, and this is what we describe as a limit. Okay, and we can write this as the limit as x approaches infinity of the given function 1 over, well, here we would put 1 over x. So we would literally write limit as x approaches infinity of 1 over x. And this would be equal to 0. Um, Sorry for the sloppy handwriting here. Um, Another way of thinking about it, as I was like trying to conceptualize it, is let's say, like, remember when you were a kid and you were at the store and let's say you really wanted a chocolate bar, okay? And your mom said you couldn't have one, okay? She said she wouldn't buy it. Now you would get closer to the chocolate bar. You could probably have it in your hands. You could probably beg her to buy it, and you would get super close, um, and perhaps have it in your hands, but you couldn't eat the chocolate bar. It's kind of like that, where you get super close to something but you can't have it. And I know it's a super sad example, and now I want chocolate. But if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. So the idea is it will be the value will be so small, an infinitesimally small number, but it won't ever be that number. Like that's why we say it approaches. It gets closer to 0, but it will never be 0. And I know this says equals, but it's because this is a limit. What would the value approach? And we say it's approaching 0. It's not actually 0 because, as we said, the real value of 1 over infinity is 0.000, like all these zeros, and then 1. But it'll never actually be 0. Now, that's the calculus part. You'll probably find your teachers saying that they'll probably say that, like, the hard part in calculus is not the calculus. The calculus is the easy part, but it's the algebra. It's the algebra that's hard, and hopefully this part, like, so far, is easy. But it's the algebra skills that you need to brush up on, because let's say they would usually they do something like this in, like, the education system. Uh, Usually they say, for example, work out the limit as x approaches 4, for example, of the given function x squared minus 16, let's see, x4, x minus 4. And the problem with this is like, okay, well, it's a limit problem, yes, but you plug in 4 and then 4 minus 4 is 0, and you can't divide by 0. So this is where the algebra comes in, where you're gonna have to factor out. This is just a difference of squares. So it'd be x plus 4, x minus 4. Um, and the bottom would be x minus 4. And then we can cancel out, x minus 4 from the top and the bottom. And then we just plug in 4 into x. So then we just have 4 plus 4, which equals 8. And so the limit would be, we would say the limit as x approaches 4 of the given function, whatever this is, equals 8. But the calculus part is easy, because it's just a limit. But it's just the whatchamacallit, it's just the algebra that screws people up a lot, because like they gotta like brush up on it every now and again and stuff, because it can be rusty. But anyways, that's the video. If you guys found it useful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more mathematically related content. And yeah, I'll be talking to you guys in the next video. Take care, and see you in the next video.